Stop! Pamela! We'll take it from here by ourselves. Thanks, Pamela. My pleasure. I'm glad to be of help. Klonoa, do be careful. Okay, I know. Okay, let's go, Hupo. What's the matter, Hupo? It's nothing. Klonoa. Gadius, he's plans. We've got to put an end to it. Right. And indeed we shall do that. Hello everybody and welcome back to more Klonoa Daughter Phantomile for the PS1. And in this episode, well, last time we saw that the Moon Kingdom appeared out of nowhere after defeating Joker. And now it's in the sky and hence we are here. And can I just say straight from the start, this is probably like one of my favorite, if not my favorite song from the game. The song that you're hearing in the background is called Untamed Heart, and there's just something about it that always hits me in the feels and stuff, you know, gets a very reminiscent 90s or even PlayStation feel of like the PS1, and I don't know, it's music to my ears in my opinion. Except honestly, this place can get very challenging from here and there, but what I mainly want to do is a certain part of the song, in fact it's coming up right now or so, there's like this really nice bit that just sounds delightful to the ears in my opinion and stuff, and I just want to turn that up for you guys to hear. So, without further ado, have a listen and I hope you enjoy it. And unfortunately it changes out here as well, because see what it has, that nice bit that you heard right there, that's on the inside of the building, or at least the place shall I say, because when I go inside you can see that the piano kicks in. However, when you are outside, it makes it more different in that sort of way, like I said, because the soundtrack to Klonoa has a very similar Banjo-Kazooie vibe in my opinion. But I don't know, just that bit I just feel like showing off. I always just love hearing that bit. That's my favourite part of the song. Whenever that kicks in, it just, I don't know. It makes me happy, man. What can I say? Except, okay, the Moon Kingdom. It has a nice soundtrack, but oh boy, this is where things start to kick up here or so when it comes to difficulty, because, you see, it has this main element going on where, if you saw earlier, I destroyed one of those crystals, particularly a red one, and that unlocked a certain part of the level allowing me to traverse through it. What it has is those type of crystals going on, so there'll be certain colours. You need to destroy those because then it will get rid of the paths allowing you to enter them. And at times, I do kind of get lost in this area because while you do backtrack, it's not that much or so, but just, you know, with Klonoa, most of the time I'm used to just moving from the left to the right and I'm not backtracking to areas I've always been to before. And that's a certain part that we will get to later on during the level. And that might throw me off here and there, but honestly we'll just see how it goes. Also, to make things easier, I should throw this ghost that way, just to ensure that I don't really touch any of those ones going on. Like this blue crystal here, when I destroy that, it all then vanishes, allowing me to gain access to it on the outside. You see, when you destroy those crystals, it links to the outside of the part where, when I walked around that glittery path, you saw those statues in the way. That is now gone, allowing me to get access to a new area. And that's the main type of gameplay mechanic that it has like in this type of level, to be honest. Because if I go over to the... it might be the left or the right. I always get confused which way it is actually. In fact, yeah, because it's all the way over here. And as you can see, this one now has disappeared, meaning now I can get access to it. However, I don't want to go up, because if I do actually go up, there'll be a yellow one right here. And that means when I do destroy the yellow one, I need to go inside the blue type of the statue that I destroyed in order to gain access to the yellow one. That honestly confused me most of the time. So when you do actually get to this area, pay a close attention to knowing like where the statues are and stuff, because otherwise you might get lost and end up running around for a bit not knowing what the hell you're doing, because that's what I did first time anyway. Anyway, what I want to do is... oh, actually no, never mind, fine. Usually what I tend to do on that bit is grab that certain enemy and then use it just so then I'm not likely to hit the thing, but you know what, that's fine by me. Except when I was talking about Challenger, this is what I mean, okay? Because On this certain part, mainly what they expect you to do is when you use those enemies in the air, they expect you to grab the other one with perfect timing to just ensure, you know, that you don't fall to your doom. And can I just say, this is where I'm freaking thankful as hell that I have a CRT and I'm playing this with absolutely zero input latency. So if I do end up making a mistake, it's my fault or so. Also, can I get this without it blowing me up? Nice, cool. For some reason when I go into that room I always seem to somewhat take a hit, but you know what, that doesn't seem to be the thing today, so that's fine. Okay, now that the green one's destroyed, that means from the outside it links to that, allow me to gain new access and things, and it's all good from here and there. I also just like the way the song ends and just transitions back or so. I don't know, I just really like it. Okay, this is what I mean. So usually you would continue going to the right down there, but what you're actually supposed to do is just make your way to the left, because while you can go that way, you're just going to be going through an area that you've already been to before, and it just takes a lot longer. So you might have to backtrack from places here and there, you know? Also, I think that's literally the first hit that I've taken in this whole episode, which is weird, because in my practice file, I don't know really what happened. Also, I was having a bit of anxiety attacks, I suppose, while playing this, because you have to be very tight for the platforming, and I was taking a lot of hits here and there, but you know, that doesn't seem to be happening now, and I'm fine with that, really. Okay, cool. Now that the green one's gone, that means I can go into here and try to find the yellow one after that and just see how things turn out from here and there, except it was kind of pointless actually collecting all those hearts. What I really should be doing with those hearts is not collecting them, but for some reason I have like a habit or so where if I see a bunch of hearts, my instinct is to basically collect all of them. Which is kind of a bad thing, really, because I think they disappear for good. Meaning that, you know, unfortunately they don't respawn. So if I do actually need some hearts in the end, I've already collected them. So, you know, it's a bit silly and stuff going on there, doesn't it? Alright, so I believe we're close towards the end of this area and stuff, which is very exciting for me, actually, because that means we're on to the next area, and freaking hell, okay, the next area is intense in terms of, like, the soundtrack, what you're doing, the setting. Believe me, like, you think it's all cutesy at the minute, things are about to turn or so in the next episode, and I really don't want to spoil anything about that. Anyway, right, can I do this right? Indeed I can. Cool, so things are just going fine, wow. This is honestly going a lot better than I thought, because I'm literally at 40 lives, and things are just going swimmingly well, which, you know, is fine for me, because when you occasionally record LPs, it tends to go the opposite way, but since it's not happening today, I'm very thankful for that. It's like the game actually likes me now, because I do feel like that half the time when I play games, you know, you always have like that off day, like there's a game that you're very familiar with and you know pretty much everything about, but depending on what type of day it is, or you know, just the mood, you might end up doing really bad, and that's the thing I suppose I have from time to time with Klonoa. Okay, cool. So now that we got rid of the yellow one, you might notice it's at the very top here and I can't actually access anything. That's because what I talked about before, where I said pay attention, that's what I mean, because you know, those yellow statues are all gone now. So you may want to pay attention to all like the indications on the parts of the levels, because then you'll know where to go. If you don't pay attention to the design, you will get lost. And now, we're at the very top of the very end of the level, so let's see what's going to happen as the music just suddenly stops, and all that's left is this white crystal. So of course, let's just step into here and then see what happens after that. Well, one more area remains, and the song is nearly fully complete, so I reckon I'm going to call this episode off right here. In the next episode of Klonoa Daughter Phantomile, we'll be moving onwards to Moon Kingdom Vision 6 of 2. Take care guys, and I will see you in the next one.